you have a question, raise your hand. We'll come to you. Let's go. One here.
Hi.
The added time towards the end seemed to be a little bit contentious with Bournemouth fans, especially. They seemed upset that the referee blew his whistle quite soon. What was your view on that?
Well, if not, I have to judge a lot of things. I prefer not to make a comment there. I understand.
Sam?
Hi.
You scored this season. You scored 10 goals in the opening 10 minutes of the second half this season. What's in your heart time team to?
Well, try to learn from what happened in the first half, and what are the things that we have to tweak to improve, and what are the opportunities, and then the players to recognize that and try to implement it. That's all we have to do.
Is that something deliberately that you asked the team to do?
Well, I think it's a really important moment. I think is you gather a lot of information, you have a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to make decisions, and try to pass the messages that we believe are important and relevant to help us to win the game.
Charlie?
How pleased are you for Declan with those 2 goals? And he's sort of scoring a few more, something you've spoken to him, because he's obviously got the ability. Is that because he doesn't probably score enough, does he?
I really love today the next step of the team in terms of individual personality and presence. I think what Gabi Magalhaes has done after making a big mistake to concede the goal, the way he reacted to that, the way he played afterward, the way he transmitted energy after that, it was remarkable. And Declan, another one. Every hour for him was important to be able to be available today. We didn't know for how long. So in the manner that he competed, played, and on top of that scored 2 goals, I think it was outstanding and a really big message for the team.
But have you spoken to him in the past about maybe chipping in with a few more goals?
Yes, not chipping in. I mean, to chip in, you have to do a lot of things. First of all, you have to get into those positions. And he has the ability, when he gets in those positions, to put the ball in the back of the net. He's done it in a very similar way in both actions. And he's very consistent there.
Tom, Scotland?
Mikel, it's not just Gabriel who's responded in the past. We've seen it happen with Saka, who's made mistakes and scored in the same game. Gabi himself in that Fulham game with the Mitrovic mistake as well. What is it individually about the players that shows that resilience to turn around and turn those mistakes into big moments?
But this is part of football, and it's about how you react to the next action. And you need to have a very short memory to be at the very top constantly. With the positive action, it happens the same, because there is another one that is the most important one. And but today, especially when you concede a goal after that, it's really tough to do it mentally, especially with what is at stake in every game. So I'm very, very impressed with what he's done.
Ed, go ahead. Are you okay? Asa?
I'm Mikel.
Hi.
Obviously, just days after having a swollen knee, Rice scores them 2 goals. Is he among the best midfielders in the world, do you think?
Yes, for me, yes. For me, the ones that we have are the best. And Declan is constantly adding things to his game. He's constantly adding things to his role in the team. And I don't see where he can stop, because he can still improve in a lot of areas, and he wants to improve. So, yeah, he's such a pivotal player for us.
And what do you think it shows about him, the fact that he was injured last week, swollen knee, to then just come back, start, and then perform in that way?
Well, because he was so disappointed not to play against Villa. He really wanted. He tried in the morning. It was nowhere near a possibility. He wanted to train the next day. It wasn't a possibility. Until last minute, I asked him, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I'm in," and he showed that he was big time in.
James, ESPN?
Mikel, Declan spoke to us in pre-season in Singapore about how he wanted to set himself new targets for goals and assists this season. Did that come from him? Did that come from you?
I think we sit down together and set goals. And setting goals is not enough. You need a plan after to implement and make it happen. And he's extremely consistent in everything that you ask him to do, on everything that he really wants to do. And that's what it makes the difference. First of all, he has the ability and the qualities to achieve that, for sure. But then you need the consistency to do it. And he's doing it every single day. And then you see that kind of performance.
Finally, Kes.
You say yourself that how much is at stake in every match and how the players are responding, but it almost feels like every game is a cup final now. It's already in the new year and moving towards that second half of the season. You must be very pleased how the players match after match are responding to that.
Yes, because as you said, that demands a lot of energy, a lot of desire, a lot of focus, and we have to do it. At this moment, I think we have 9 games. So with everything that we already played in the season, or the last 2 months especially, that's a big ask. But when I see the involvement, the commitment of the players, we have to do it.
Thanks all. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
performance against the top side, but today it wasn't rewarded. How did you sort of see that game?
Yes, I agree. The problem is it's not the first time we are talking about this lately. I think we are not being efficient as a team. The moments where we are playing better, I felt we played better than Arsenal first half. We finished 1-1. The moments where the opposition is better than you, I think second half, in a very level game, no, probably overall, but they were better than us. They find a way to make the difference, no, and it's a sign that we are not being efficient, especially defensively. I think to concede 3 goals today is too much, no, because you can concede 3 goals against Arsenal, but in a game where they've been pushing you all the time, having a lot of shots, a lot of chances, and then you concede 3. But today I haven't felt the game was like this. I think we were not conceding a lot, but still they scored 3 goals.
And just on the end as well, obviously some frustration as the ref blew up when it dropped back to Antoine. That must have been frustrating at the end. And what did you say to the ref?
Yes, I think there are no like big key decisions, no, that he has made mistakes. I complained about the third goal because I think it's not a foul to Timber. I think he tries to turn, we don't touch him, and he goes to the floor, and the goal comes from this free kick. But it's not about this. It's about the stoppage time minutes. No, he has given 6. He has shown also a couple of yellow cards at the end to Junior Kropi and Amin Adli. Soft fouls. We can discuss if it's a foul or no, but very soft fouls that gives them every yellow card, maybe the right to lose 1 minute, the right to lose another minute, and then straight away 6 minutes doesn't give any second. We have Antoine going inside the box 1 against 1, to finish with all the team there. I think it's common sense. You cannot whistle in that moment, the end of the game. No, he was arguing that in the first half he did something similar, but I've just seen it before coming here. No, he gives Odegaard the chance to cross, he gives Hincapié the chance to cross, and then when they play backwards, he whistles. So I think we were disappointed, the management and this, but it's not like games that they have affected. We've complained, West Ham, Sunderland, games where have been like key decisions really affecting the result. Today we complained, but I don't think it's affecting the result like massively.
And on the first half, it was a top performance, I felt, and obviously Evan Nilsson won't score a much easier goal than that, but you seem to have the better of the first half. How pleased were you going into the break that you produced a performance like that?
No, we played. The problem is we are playing moments where we are playing very well. Even the other day against Chelsea, first half was very good, very, very good. Now that we've seen it, analyze it, but you finish 2-2. Today the same. You play very well, you finish 1-1. So we are not being efficient. We are a team that does very good things, but also is not solid at the back. And when you are not solid at the back, it's difficult to get points.
And the second half, obviously, Arsenal came back into it, but Junior scored a wonderful goal off the bench, and the momentum seemed to swing your way after that. How pleased were you with Junior's impact and the fight, I guess, in the team?
Yes, with Junior we have to find out, no, where we can use him better, no, because it's true that when we put Enes and him together, almost like 2 nines, you have Junior's finishing, that is amazing, but from that moment till the end, I think Arsenal have controlled the game because they control the middle. You lose 1 player in the middle, so you cannot almost recover the ball as high. You don't create things. So in games where we put him straight away as a 9, also we haven't had the best of the results. And he's a player that his finishing is very, very good, and we have to find. I have to find the way where he can gives us more things, because when we play with 2 strikers, I feel like we lose also the control a little bit of the games.
And you said about defensive solidity. One player who thought it was impressive was James Hill, both today and in midweek. How impressed were you with him since he's come back into the team?
No, he's dealt, I think, well with the game. No, probably second goal. I think him and Marcos, they lose a couple of duels in direct direct balls, and but overall I think he has dealt very well with the game. Yes.
Funny for me on that point. How do you feel you're improving defensively, or do you feel there's still quite a bit of work to do?
The problem is not, I would say, we would be a disaster defensively if Arsenal come here and they have 15 chances to score, and I say, poof, we cannot find a way to defend them. And even Chelsea, or even, it's not happening this. We are not conceding a lot of big chances, but we are conceding goals. We are being in the last part, when you need, to be solid, to make the blocks, the proper clearances. We are not doing it.
You mentioned how well you played against Chelsea. Obviously, you played very, very well today, despite the scoreline. You scored 4 goals at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Is it a case that you're playing better against the bigger teams, and do you have to then change the way that you approach teams that are your size?
No, if you see the results, we've had much better results against teams that are, let's say, in the second half of the table. I agree that I think we play well against big teams, but we don't beat them. We have a lot of draws against them. I think 2 draws against Chelsea, 1 draw against United. Today you play well. We face them and we think we are not comfortable for them, if you want. But we are receiving goals against them. It's difficult to score 2 against Arsenal, to Chelsea against United, but it's getting us 1 point, 0 points. It's not being enough for us, no.
And obviously, Mikel Arteta very
Yes.
well. You go back a long way with him. 2 teams that sort of play a similar sort of high press.
Yeah.
Was that difficult for you to play against a team quite so similar, or do you enjoy playing against a team that are going to press you as high as you would press them?
No, it's true that I agree that we have a lot of things in common, especially without the ball, with Arsenal. The way we press, or we even in a little bit lower, but probably their last defense, their box defense, their centre backs, the keeper, the decisive moments from them are elite, and right now from us we are very far from this level, no? And I think I enjoy in the sense that it's a challenge to face Mikel. Mikel is a top coach. It's a group of players that have been with him a lot of time. They know everything. They can adapt to everything. And I think we've played normally good games lately against them, but it's always difficult.
After a very intensive period with a lot of games, and yet this run of results, so you're really pleased with the energy that your players showed for most of that match, and to be able to press Arsenal in that way. It's just so difficult to sustain for 90 minutes. Is that one of the issues?
Yes, no, definitely. I think we've shown a lot of good things lately, not today. I think the game against Chelsea we played better than today. I finished more happy, no? But the mistakes we make are costing us a lot, and we are not being as efficient. Arsenal find a way to probably it's not their best game, or it's not the game they plan to play, but they find a way to win, because the good teams find ways to win, and right now it's costing us a lot.
January is obviously a very busy month in
Yes.
terms of the games. Are the quick turnarounds are hard to manage, or are they good in terms of stringing performances together?
I think right now we don't have a very deep squad. But I feel like the players are dealing with the schedule well. It's not a matter of energy, a matter of I see my team physically in a good place. But it's true that we are probably we don't have in the bench all the options that I don't know. I'm not gonna say Arsenal, but all the options that we could have because you go losing one player here and there, and the squad is not so deep. But we have to deal with these situations. In January, we've lost already Julian, and for sure we will need new players because I think we need help. Yes.
Just on Anton, I know you've said that he'll be available for the Arsenal game. He's just played. You said he'll be available for the Spurs game on Wednesday. Are you still expecting that to be the case? That wasn't his final match for Bournemouth.
yes, I expect the situation hasn't changed. So it's our player, and I expect him to play, against the Spurs. Yes, there is a lot of noise around him. I understand, but this is the situation right now. Yes.